Hello my friends, it's Caddy, and I am sharing days 14 through 18 of my December daily. So I'm getting back into it. After I came back from vacation, I was a bit behind, but I'm slowly but surely getting back into it and finishing up. So for this video, I am going to be doing these days 14 through 18. Now, I will make some changes after the fact, after I've already made the video, because of something that I realized after, but I'll tell you guys about that in just a few minutes. So first I'm beginning with these photos. This was day 14. This day, it was my son's field day, my older son's field day. I have a picture of Buddy, our elf, who was hanging off our Christmas tree. And my sister-in-law took my niece and nephew to go take pictures with Santa. I didn't go, but she did send me the pictures on my phone. And my niece was not happy about that. She was just crying, and the poor thing. So the smaller picture is her crying. The bigger one, she still has a little bit of a scared face, but she's not crying. So I put in the bigger one, the nicer one, in a big 4x6 size, and then which I did trim down a little bit, and the smaller one I printed, where she's making the sad face and she's crying. So, well, she's crying hysterically actually. So it's just a really cute picture. And so what I'm doing is I took a piece of that paper, which I took from that Recollections paper pad, and then I folded it. I cut a piece and I folded it, and then I'm gonna make sort of a flap. I'm gonna place the bigger photo outside so that it sits on the outer flap, and I did mat it in black paper, and I did add a piece of that little doily, those little gold doilies, which I got those when I was on vacation in Utah at the American Crafts warehouse sale, and they're so adorable. I'm so glad I bought them because I've used a couple of them in these pages, and I know I'll use them for the rest of my album. So I used half on the outside of the flap, and then the other half I'm going to use on the inside. Thought about using these Heidi Swapp acetate pieces, but I'm not going to end up using any of those. I will use one of these bows from American Crafts, which I also got at the American Crafts sale in Utah. If you guys go to Utah, you guys have to visit the American Crafts warehouse sale, and there's a bigger one which I didn't get to go to in Utah, but maybe next time. So I did add a little bow to my picture. So I'm just putting that one down on the inside, and I hope you guys can see it in the still shot. She's crying hysterically. Poor thing. But it's just the cutest picture. And then so I did use my stamp, which I just have that in my stash. It says Dear Santa. And then I'm using these white maple thickers to write out I do not, and then I will write out in the bottom like you, because she did not like Santa. And I'm using these Kaiser Craft tiny little letter stickers to write out like you. She was just not having it. And it's a shame because they would have been, I think they did get like one good shot beforehand, but but then she started crying hysterically. And I'm sorry I'm kind of off camera here. I'm trying a new angle with my camera, and it's just I don't know, I have to figure it out. So I'm sorry about that. So I'm using one of these brads from Studio Calico. I also got those at the American Crafts warehouse sale, and it just says Santa. It's red and it says Santa, and I just backed it on a circle that I punched out from a piece of pattern paper. So I punch out another piece of pattern paper in that same color, and I'm going to use that on the left hand side to back my number 14. Now this page is going to change a little bit. After the fact, I also did change that just a little bit. You're going to see that my number is going to be moved to the right, and I'm going to have behind the gold doily, I'm going to have a white doily, a bigger white doily on the right hand side of the page, and then on the left hand where that number sits right now, I'm going to have a Santa, wood veneer Santa. So that does change, which you guys don't see me do on camera. I just kind of went through this very quickly, and then after I realized when I made the mistake that I made, which I'll tell you guys about right now, I actually realized that I could change it and it looked better the other way. So what I did here was I didn't remember that there was anything that I did on the 15th. So I just had a picture of my elf. And then, as a matter of fact, I think you guys see me in the video. I think I did record where I actually take this 15, and instead of having it there next to the 14, I actually put it in the inside flap of the where my niece is crying, that little flap that I made on the inside top part. I actually put the 15 there. And then I put nothing interesting happened on this day, which is not true, because on the 15th, my niece graduated from college. She's going to FIU here in Florida, in Miami, and she graduated. Now, I didn't go to her graduation. You know, they only give them a certain amount of tickets, so her mom and my brother, you know, went and stuff. So she sent me a picture on my phone. Now, I didn't have that picture saved on my camera roll for that day. It was in my text messages, so that's why I didn't remember about it until now. Well, I'm glad I realized it before I, you know, forgot to put it in my album. So you will see in the still shots that for day 15 I do have a page, and it is a page with my niece and my brother on the day of her graduation. Now, the 15th was also the day my nephew went into the hospital. He was having really, really bad stomach pains, and his teacher called my sister-in-law while she was at the graduation, and, you know, said he's crying hysterically. He's not, you know, getting any better. He's not stopping. So they had to call 911. They took him to the hospital, and they had him there that day, and they couldn't figure out what he had. So it was quite a scary day for us. The next day, they finally figured out it was appendicitis, so they did have to operate, and thankfully he's doing just fine. And he was sent home the day after. So thankfully that was a little bit of a scare and a crazy day, but thankfully everything is okay now. So this is a picture of the next day, the 16th, where it was the day he got operated, and we went to go visit him at the hospital. And my niece went, and my little baby niece was there as well. So that was day number 16. Now, day number 17 is my boys and I, we were baking cookies. On the day before, on the 16th, Buddy, our elf, had put out some Christmas cookie cutters and cookie icing and sprinkles, and he left us a note and said, let's bake cookies. That was on the 16th. Now, on the 16th, I went to visit my nephew in the hospital, so we couldn't bake cookies. So we baked them on the 17th. And that's what we're doing in these pictures. We're baking cookies, and then just took a few pictures of them. And Buddy was riding an elephant on in our living room. He's sitting on top of the elephant, like if it's a horse. So it was pretty funny. And again, sorry I'm off camera. Moved it up a bit. So for this one, I'm just kind of going for like a grid pattern, sort of. So I'm just placing my photos, and then in the empty spots, I'm just placing pieces of paper. Some of the photos I do matte, the ones that I feel that kind of get lost in that background, because that background is like it's like snowflakes, but they're like a tan colored snowflakes, and then like the cookie dough is tan colored. So yeah, I'm gonna back that on some paper and just get some color on there. And one of the pictures I will remove the middle one there in the bottom. I'm gonna go ahead and remove that in a minute, because I didn't really need that picture there. It was just a picture of the dough and then the packaging, the cookie dough packaging, and I didn't really need that. So I removed that, and then I just decided to back that photo, which desperately needed to be backed because it was kind of getting lost in that paper. So yeah, and then I took out those little stickers, which are a little gingerbread girl and gingerbread man. So I placed those as well. And then I'm going to add some thickers in these little red glitter thickers, and I'm going to write out "Let's Bake." And I really like how that turned out. I think it turned out really cute in the end. And I was just trying to get through this fairly quickly. I plan on going back through my December daily because I have so many supplies now. I've actually bought a whole bunch of supplies while doing my December daily, like sales at Michael's and the American Craft sale. So I plan on going through my album and just looking through it, and wherever I can add something or make something prettier, I'm gonna just kind of alter it really quickly before I do my final share with you guys. So we'll see. I'm not going to take too much time with it. I'm pretty happy with how my pages are so far. So, you know, just little bits and pieces that I can put in here and there I might add before I do my final share. So, day 18 was the day that we left on our vacation. So, the pictures are pictures of us on the airplane when we were getting ready to go. And then I have a picture of my mom, which I'm not going to use, which was when we got there. Because I kind of wanted for this day just to just tell the story of how we were traveling. And our first stop was Vegas. So we were traveling to Vegas. So I took that gray paper with the white polka dots, which I'm going to use as my background. It's a 12 by 12 paper, and I cut it down to 6 by 6. And I kind of like it because it kind of reminds me of snow. And we were going somewhere cold. I mean, Vegas was not really our final destination. We were just stopping there, and we stopped there for 2 days, but we were going to be ending up in Utah, so, you know, we were going somewhere cold. So I'm taking some of this washi from the Little Yellow Bicycle Company, and it's little, not really washi, it's like vellum tape, very similar to washi. And then I'm using these stickers which say, "Off we go." And then I'm using these little cork airplanes, which I got my lovely friend Bridget. Hi Bridget, if you're watching. She sent me a little package a while back with a bunch of cork little cutout shapes and a bunch of goodies, and she's such a sweetheart because she knows how much I love cork. So thank you again, Bridget. I absolutely love those little airplanes. I cannot get enough of them. They're so stinking cute. They're little tiny cork airplanes. So I really wanted to use those. And I love how they look. And I thought about using those photo corners, but it was going to be kind of too much cork in one little small area. So I don't use it. So now I remembered I have to put my number. So I'm going to try to figure out how I'm going to put my number. And then, excuse me. And then I didn't like that. I didn't feel like it looked right. So I moved things around a little bit. So yeah, so that's it, you guys. I'm going to be back very, very soon with my next videos for the next week. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know. I'd love to hear from you guys. I hope you guys are having a wonderful week, and I will see you guys very, very soon with another video. Be sure to check out my planner videos too. I have planner videos up this year, so you guys are interested in planner videos, you can check that out on my channel as well. So thank you guys again, and you guys have a wonderful day. Bye bye.